Hey everyone, you're listening to another episode of the Deathmatch Wrestle podcast. On the line right now, the owner of Bloodstorm Pro Wrestling, Eric Pavlacka. Black is on the line. Finally. What's going on, man?
Not much, man. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I actually just saw you a couple nights ago. We were at an event together, Subterranean Volume 666. What did you think of that? That was pretty fun.
Oh, it's awesome, yeah. Like, all the H2O shows have been great, but their
Yes.
deathmatch shows are just next level.
Yeah, and they keep on growing. We're seeing the card for the next Hardcore Kingdom. 16 participants. You know, my God,
Yep.
like it's crazy.
Yeah, it's a great company. I've been working with them for like a year. I work as a manager on their student shows.
Mm-hmm.
And, just been helping out as far as like ring crew and stuff on the main shows. But, I mean,
Yeah.
everything's just... It's the best locker room I've ever been in. I've been around wrestling for a very long time.
Have you? Well, how for a long time? I was just checking it out or working with people and
Yeah, well, I started as a wrestler in 2003.
Mm-hmm.
And I wrestled for maybe 3 or 4 years, like mostly the New York,
Mm-hmm.
and then like kind of up more towards New England. And I retired from, well, not retired. I stopped wrestling in 2007.
Yeah.
And since then I was, sometimes would help out at shows, do a ring crew here and there, and then kind of within the last years when I got back onto shows as a manager.
Mm-hmm. To build yourself up as a like with normal as a wrestler, but then and then you decided, hey, I could go into this and make a business. I could own my own promotion,
Yeah, because booking was something I was always very, very interested in. Since I was a wrestler, that was what I wanted to do. I was like, that's kind of how you get your foot in the door to do that.
Yeah, get the contacts. You got to get the contacts and just say, hey, who,
exactly.
I want this guy.
Get your name out there.
I want this guy. I want this guy. I want this guy.
Yep.
And if they don't show, okay, we could fill somebody in.
Yeah.
Which is really
because being a promoter was never. I wasn't interested in doing that. I just wanted to book, but the no one was just handing me their book, so I had to kind of do it myself now.
It's a lesson. It's a learning lesson for as an for everybody, because we as a fan too. I learned some stuff here and there.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes shit, and it's really cool. But It's been a roller coaster already, and we haven't even gotten to the show yet. No, we haven't. April 25th, man.
Yeah.
I mean, what do we got coming, man? Go ahead, talk about it. Let's talk about this a little. This is really interesting. How'd you come up with these matches? Like you just thought this, that the talent was good and the matches.
Yeah, because it's just, I wanted to do something a little bit different than what's been done in the area. Bring in some guys that don't normally work in the area, we got Violence Forever and Josh Bishop that they've been here here and there for different companies, but I'm hoping to run a somewhat steady company and have them as featured guys that fans can see regularly in this area.
I mean, you got Mance Warner, you have Dominic Granini. What the hell?
Guarini, yeah.
Guarini, man, man, that guy needs to be showcased everywhere.
Yeah, I put Violence Forever against the Rep because, the Rep, are mostly doing NYWC and CZW and
standalone and standalone wrestling and a whole bunch of other companies that really get their name
right. They're such a good team. I want to give them every opportunity to be getting themselves out there more.
And that's going to be one of those matches that we want to see, the fans want to see something, because they don't know the history, really, they know the history, but to see Dominic Guarini, my God, that guy's, we've seen what he could do, and man, he's, and I'm looking forward to, we're looking forward to it, it's going to be a great opportunity to see what he can do, in front of us.
I think it's going to be very interesting to have Dave McCall from the Rep in with Kevin Koo, because they're both just amazing strikers.
Yeah.
So that should be great to see. Everything on my show is just something I want to see as a fan first and foremost. So I'm kind of trying to put that out there and hope other fans agree and want to come out and come hang out and have a good time.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. I mean, you have Reed Bentley, you got one of the rejects. Come on, Like, my gosh.
Yeah.
Like, that's going to be...
Yeah, unfortunately, John Wayne is unavailable at that time because he has... Yeah, I don't know what he's said, so I don't want to put anything out, but...
No, I think we know what's going on.
Some time off at that time.
Yeah, he's having a little vacation, a little time off.
Yeah.
Put it that way. But, yeah, we know.
Nothing bad. I believe it's out like...
No, he's not dying, fans. He's not dead. He's not dying, all right? No. Just take a little break because he has his son anyway, little Blake. He's got to take care of him and hang out with his wife once in a while, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, he does have a life.
Hopefully he'll be in the future that we'll have both rejects together.
Right, absolutely, you know. But yeah, it's good to see Reed to get a shot, you know, because he's a name that people really don't recognize him, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, they do, but you know, fans really need to see what this guy can do. And
as the singles,
you know, and man, he's done it a long time ago too. And if you look back, I don't know if you remember, he actually was like on the very first On Point show. How cool
I
is
didn't realize that.
Yes. Yeah, Jeff had him on an On Point wrestling show. Like,
that's pretty cool.
It is a young Reed Bentley. It's out there on the video. It's out there on the YouTube. Somewhere.
Oh, yeah, it's probably on IWTV also.
Yes, it is. Yes. Yeah. Which we're proud of. A lot of people, you know, to get by that and, you know, promote that as well. That's a great.
Oh yeah.
It's a great, you know, marketing. DVD, you know, platform for watching pay-per-views and this and that, you know.
Yeah, it's amazing, like, you know, from when, like, I used to buy third and fourth generation copies of IWA Mid-South shows in, like, the early 2000s.
Yes.
Like, how easy it is to get, like, any indie company now. It's so cool.
Yeah, or now we go online and we could get Fight TV and watch these local pay-per-views, you know, it's great.
Fight TV, IWTV,
but you know what,
it's fantastic.
You know, we shout them out because H2O has just, you know, they're a big part of them too, and GCW and a whole bunch of other companies as well, you know, we give their props to it, you know, for the mainstream, you know, networking for that, because that's a lot of money to go to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's you know, if nothing else, it's additional eyes on your product, which you know, as long as you do it right, becomes money down the line, you know. Yeah,
and then my God, you don't know where it'll be from there, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about it, Fight TV does, you know, well, think about it, GCW, what, Japan? My gosh. Like, like, we don't have to go to Japan. We could be sitting on our couch watching it, you know?
Yeah. And you just look at, like, how far GCW's come. I mean, like, what was it, like 5 years ago, they were running shows at, like, Great Adventure with The Patriot and Hacksaw Jim Duggan mixed in with their guys.
Yes, and doing little rock festivals here and there.
Yeah.
You know.
And now they're, like, the top independent company.
What do you think of that? So, what do you think of GCW? Have you ever been to one of those shows?
I mean, I go to a ton of them. I love
awesome. Will I be seeing you in AC? Ooh.
I will be at the Atlantic City show, yes.
Okay, cool. We'll be drinking because it's my weekend of my celebration for my birthday, so yes. All right.
I'll probably have a few. I'm staying at the hotel.
Yeah, I am too with my parents. They're going to be going to casinos, but I got an event, so I was like, hey, perfect timing. Be with all my friends and go see some Game Changer Wrestling, you know?
Yeah.
It's going to be a killer show, you know? Hopefully they haven't announced anything yet, but I bet you there's two brawls after, I'm sure, you know?
Yeah.
As always, you know, the after party brawl. What do you think of that no holds barred thing? Is that pretty cool or what?
Yeah, I mean that was a great show too.
That's a cool concept. How they brought like the old school movie back, you know, with the, no, but that's going to be a huge thing and a success. Actually, they're running their second show, and then I think they're going to be in Tampa for WrestleMania weekend. Yes. So yeah. I won't be there for that, but I will be in the H2O arena for a lot of shows that are coming that way.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's great that they're doing that.
I mean, we're gonna be. I mean, I don't know. Well, WrestleMania weekend. I mean, hell, we'll be there for your show. So, you know, also.
Well, mine's at the end of the month because I kind of reserved this like a couple of months ago.
Right.
And at the time, we didn't really have the indication that Matt was going to set up something like this. But I mean, it's it's kind of like a win-loss
after
thing.
WrestleMania. Hey, that's good though. People will be like, "Wow, there's something else in the area that's coming." You know?
Yeah. And I mean, and with mine, it's a lot of the guys I'm using would have not been available that week. So I'm happy that I held off. Honestly,
you got lucky, which is for all of us. I mean, fans too.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, got Gary J and Chris Dickinson, which that should just be absolutely brutal.
I remember seeing Gary J I remember going to see him the first time was actually at Freelance Underground at the GCW's first appearance there when they did the Chicago show. The first, where it was in a brewery. It was really cool. It was really cool experience. 12-hour ride, 12 hours from Jersey. Yeah, a couple buddies and it was crazy experience. Yeah. But to go.
Yeah. Gary's been around for a very long time. He actually has wrestled Dickinson once before, but I believe it was somewhere in the Midwest. So this will be their first
East Coast
singles match on the East Coast. Yeah, that's Chris Dickinson's territory now.
It is. I mean, my God, his area in Boston too.
Basically the whole East Coast is Chris Dickinson territory.
Exactly. If anybody doesn't know, Beyond Wrestling kills it with him. Every time.
Yeah.
I mean, those are some awesome shows that they perform too. They're a great company as well. People don't.
Yeah.
I mean,
I used to go to a lot of their shows. I haven't been able to because of my work schedule lately, but
yeah.
But I went to a couple of the American Raws. I mean, they were always great shows.
Yeah.
I really have nothing bad to say about any other company.
It reminds us of like GCW. Like it reminds me of a standing room show. You just like H2O standing up. You know what I mean? It's like it's great up close wrestling.
Yeah, that's kind of like Beyond is like. I'm not gonna say I based my ideas off them, but I mean they're certainly like an inspiration.
Yeah.
Just because Because my whole thing is I wanted to kind of combine wrestling with like heavy metal because that's those are my two biggest passions, two things I love the most.
Yeah,
and I wanted to just like have like the energy of like a good like underground metal show, and hopefully I can, I want to kind of try to bring in fans that are like people that are like will go to metal shows and hard conventions that might not necessarily be wrestling fans.
You gonna bring a band in too? House band? To them. You gonna bring a band in too? Or no?
I've talked about that in the future, but for the first show, it's like,
now,
this is the first show I want. Let me get this right first.
Yes. Yeah. That could be like a summertime thing. Like a festival, most outdoor festival.
Yeah.
I mean, people would come to that.
Yeah. But for now, like I said, it's like I want to try to just get a crowd that might not normally go to independent wrestling shows.
Yeah.
And I feel like with the card I've put together, I mean, it's like a lot of things are just like. They're fast-paced. They're just, like, exciting and different that, hopefully these would be people that would now, like, maybe come to a lot of wrestling shows, maybe just come to Bloodstorm shows, but at least, get new eyes.
And I'm sure you got a couple more matches, but you won't announce them just yet, right?
Well, there's, there's one match that I joke about that it's cursed. And, it's... it went from being a 4-way at one point to a 3-way.
Yeah.
And I just keep having talent issues that, things pop up and guys have to drop out.
Yeah.
So that one's kind of mutating.
Yeah.
And then there's going to be like a scramble match.
Oh, cool.
I might announce who's going to be in that. Got some,
Yeah, talent that you want to,
Yeah, like some pretty good like local guys.
Yes, yeah. That's good.
So I'm excited for that also.
Raffles and giveaways, I'm sure, like always, this is a raffle will be at a show, as always, fans,
Yeah, trying to figure out all that.
I got a t-shirt, I'll throw a t-shirt in, I'll throw a Deathmatch Russell podcast shirt in the mix, so you're welcome for that.
Alright, cool.
Because, I'm not, I'll sponsor you, I'll just throw a shirt in there for this, but the next show we'll plan, I'll be a sponsor, you know what I mean?
Okay, cool.
Because I like supporting. I'm going to be Stan Styles sponsor this year for this intergender show too.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
that's something that's like pretty cool too. Like that.
Yeah.
We've watched Stan grow from the first one was he had a good lineup. But,
I never been to the first, but no, I've been helping him promote the hell out of it. It's great.
Every time he's run one, the crowd's grown. It's awesome to see.
And I'm actually going to be sponsoring a match, talking the podcast. I got to get that set up right after this, with Ray Lynn, so female talent. Yeah, I haven't had female talent on quite a on a podcast in a while. I was like, I need to get somebody fresh, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I've had so many people in and out, you know.
Yeah.
It's gonna be crazy. But
and another, I also want to mention Sean Henderson is another one that
yes.
I mean, first of all, he's put this weekend card looks amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But he was kind of like another thing that kind of sparked it for me because, I mean, Sean, he's been in for like a few years, but
and he's a local, he's a local star, so you know.
Yeah.
I mean,
he showed that you can just you can do this, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that was like kind of why I was like, all right, you know what.
If he can...
not to be like, oh, Sean can do it, but I'm just saying Sean showed it could be done.
Yeah.
So
I mean, no, he could step it up. He's faced Rory Gulak and names Louis and
he got him with Josh Bishop.
That's going to be good.
I feel bad about because I love Sean.
Yeah,
and Josh is a really big, scary guy. But...
Yeah, I remember we saw him. I saw him at the GCW show. My God, that guy was.
Oh yeah, Atlantic City.
Yeah, for the Jun Kasai.
Yes, he was also. He had an amazing match with Guarini at the WrestleMania weekend AIW show last year.
Yeah, that company's awesome. I want to get out to one of them. I would love to go if I ever had a time and bucket list of places. Definitely, Yeah. I mean, that's a cool kind of.
Yeah, I mean, I still just
Yeah.
It's funny to me because I'm sure you've know enough wrestlers that you get a lot of guys that are I don't really watch wrestling. It's I don't get that. I still love wrestling. I mean,
right.
We were talking about shows I'm still going to. It's I think that etiquette wise, I'm not supposed to go to other people's shows, but I don't care, man. I love wrestling.
You're a fan. What are you supposed to do?
Yeah.
You can't be oh goodbye. You can't be seen here. What are you gonna get thrown out? Come on now. But that's
I don't care. Just because I'm running a show doesn't mean I can't
scout.
Other shows
and scout what you want.
Yeah, and yes, of course, yeah.
I mean, there's so much wrestling that we're spoiled by. What I mean? You think about it.
Yeah.
I mean, really, because we have so many companies on the East Coast. We could just go
absolutely.
to and it's like wrestling every weekend, like Philadelphia. Remember, that used to be a hotbed for wrestling. It still is. But now
absolutely. I mean, when the arena was popping, I mean.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ! Like you said, probably 2 shows there some weekends.
Yeah, Ring of Honor would pop a show, and they would pop their shows there all the time.
Yeah, there's 3PW and XPW for a while, and
PWU, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I was for that when that came out. That was awesome time,
Yeah, those are some fun shows. I never went to one of those live.
But you know what? I always tell a story on I always tell a story to everybody on my podcast every time. As a fan of wrestling, I went to a PWU show, and it was a doubleheader. Ring of Honor was doing the 100th episode, 100th year with John Zandig,
and Jim Cornette.
Yes. So I ended up buying tickets for the Ring of Honor side, but guess what? I flipped over to the CZW side. I was on the bleachers with Claudio and Chris right there and Super Dragon.
Yep.
I'm like, hell yeah! That's how I got hooked into CZW after that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But yeah, so I was like a ring jumper, like a fan jumper. No, but that was cool.
Yeah, switch sides. Yeah.
But I got to see Necro at his prime. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Samoa Joe, of course, too. But as always, Joe is always a dominant force.
Oh yeah.
Man, I miss everybody always talks about that Necro 2 match.
Mm-hmm.
On Ring of Honor, that's a good match. I might have to watch that. That was a good fucking brawl with them.
Yeah, there was a year and a half where it's just Necro just wrestled every strong style guy that would beat the hell out of him. He had the match with Low Ki, he wrestled Roderick Strong. It's just why are you doing this poor guy?
I remember going to a company. It was called Gung Ho Wrestling in Totowa, New Jersey.
Was that him and Steve Mack?
Yes.
I do remember that show.
I was there for that, and Danny DeMonto versus Eddie Kingston, and also you had Tyler Black versus Davey Richards.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
that's right. Okay, I do kind of remember that. I didn't go to that show, but I remember seeing live. I was like, that's crazy.
It was like a small little arena. It just made you feel like you wanted to see, and beating the shit out of each other. It was great, The matches were were stellar. They were killing it, you know. But yeah, to see Necro facing like Steve Mack, a guy who's been who's been around for Ring of Honor and Jersey All Pro and this and that, and I love.
Now see this. This reminds me also, another match I want to talk about for my show was the Low Life Louie and Mance, the main event. Now, Louie is someone I've known since I was wrestling because I came from New York. Mm-hmm. So, I've known Louie since 2002, and it was really, Louie's, he'll tell you he's fighting his body at this point.
Yes.
I mean, he's still going.
Yeah.
And he's still a maniac.
He's one of our good friends, man. He's great. He's just all around.
He's the best.
I know.
But, Mance Warner was, one of his bucket list matches.
And you're
I was so happy to be able to, put that together for someone that, has been so good to me and so many other people. Mm-hmm. And to be able to give him a match that he, wanted and, he's so excited, and I'm sure.
Yeah, I know that's gonna be a laughter match, and that's gonna be great. It's gonna be, people are gonna be like, "Wow, you're not gonna get to see, we get to see something special." And you get to see, everybody gets to see something special that night. I mean, because you have a legend of New York,
Yeah, that's as far as I'm concerned, yeah.
I mean, Louie's been around from the Jersey All Pro days to,
Yep.
to ICW to just think about it, He's been there. Yeah. He's been around. He's faced everybody,
It's really. I remember when I first knew him, he wrestled at Duel of the Butcher, and a few months later, he had a match with Terry Funk in Connecticut that no one's ever seen.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure that footage is out there somewhere. He probably has it. I bet you he has it.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, because in the early 2000s, there were just so many flash in the pan companies that ran 2 or 3 shows. Mm-hmm.
And then Jersey All Pro
have these amazing lineups and draw 20 people.
And you know what, Jersey All Pro, Chris Dickinson, when he was first starting out, man, that was his go-to. Yeah. That his attitude was something different there. His promos were great. He would cut it, and it was just butter. You know what I mean?
So the first time I ever remember hearing of Chris Dickinson was he was in, I think it was a Battle Royal with Dixie. Mm-hmm. And Dixie was one of my favorite wrestlers. He was
Dixie. Oh man, you know what? I was just thinking back. I was just telling someone, or I posted on somebody's page about Justice Payne facing Dixie at Jersey All Pro, and I got to see that match.
Yeah, I think that might have been the Russ Haas Memorial.
No. Okay. The Halloween Hell. I think it was Halloween Hell or the anniversary show. I can't remember. It was one of them two. Or he faced Insane Dragon. Justice faced Insane Dragon too. So.
Oh, that was the first Broadway show, right?
Yeah, the 2000. Yeah, the 70th anniversary. I think it was.
Yeah.
I was a fan of Up in the Nosebleeds, man. Right next to Jay Lethal. I was always next to Jay Lethal's dad and parents. Yep. Sat right up in front of them.
Yeah.
I'll never forget the Azrael. I'll never forget his dad kicked the cup out of coffee out of his hand, and I was just right there. Hey, what the fuck? It was great,
So they were in a battle royal, and I think Dickinson chopped Dixie in the face or something.
Right.
And I was like, what the hell is with this guy, man?
Yeah. His attitude. He's such a great character. He's
Oh yeah.
Now he's really serious. He's got his game face.
I think Pinky summed it up. He said Chris Dickinson is good at making pro wrestling uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm. Which is true.
He's very he has that energy. You never know what the hell's about to happen. Yeah. When it's a Chris Dickinson match.
No, you never know what'll happen with him. But
yeah.
But
and Pinky is there's another one. I keep jumping back to plug my show. I'm not great at this.
Go ahead. Yeah, but it's all good. We're talking wrestlers that we know. People that that have been. Pinky. There you go. There's another guy.
Yeah, got Pinky, who I've also guy I go way back with, and we have him wrestling Shane Mercer. Mm-hmm. That's they've never wrestled a singles match before. I believe they've been maybe some GCW scrambles before, but this will be their first one-on-one encounter.
Did I post that up there? I think we did. Right? That's a poster, right?
Yeah.
That's on there. Yeah. Okay. Making sure I posted that, right? No.
Yeah.
I
said, I think I have everything put out at this point, pretty much, other than that scramble and the 3 or 4 where I'm still working on.
Right. I'm supposed to be on a podcast tonight too with my friend, another person after this, so that's perfect.
And then I think the only match we haven't really touched on, I believe, would be the Akira and Mason Martin.
Ooh, yes, Akira, man. There's a guy who's made a name for him. He's about ready to. He's pretty soon he's going to live in the state of New Jersey, which is awesome.
Yes.
He's planning to wrestle a lot more, and which is awesome.
Yeah, because I saw him at Survival of the Sickest a few months ago, the On Point. And I was at the time, I don't think I was planning a show, but he caught my eye. So then when the time came to start planning a show, I was like, okay, this is one of the first guys I want. Yeah. And Mason Martin, he was in the Deathmatch Gauntlet,
and he's a regular student. He was a student first, and at the training with Matt, and which was really cool.
No, he's actually out of Baltimore. He's not one of the students.
Oh, okay. Oh, I never knew that. Okay, ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
Nobody. Okay, we don't know. Yeah.
But he's like recently started like dipping into death matches. And I think he had a really great one with Stockade.
He really did. Oh man, that
Mystery Violence Theater in October. Yeah. They had like a straight up I think it was a singles match or a triple threat. Yeah. But they're two guys that have both they've been wrestling for a little while, but they're both new-ish to death matches. Akira's done a little bit more than Mason. Yeah. But I figure just put them up against each other and see what they can do together. Just give them free reign or whatever they want to do.
It's gonna be nuts. It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
The whole card's intense. So I want to say thank you for coming on because I got a podcast coming up in like 20 minutes.
Yeah, no problem, man.
But I'm not rushing you. But you know what? We'll talk again. Well, before that, after the event too, we'll promote it as well. We'll put more shit.
Still got almost 3 months before the show, so
we can always have you back on. We'll do a recap. We'll just fucking promote it again.
No problem at all.
So where can everybody find Pro Wrestling Bloodstorm Pro on social media?
So on Twitter it's Bloodstorm Pro 1, and then it's just Bloodstorm Pro on Instagram. And Facebook, I need to set up a Facebook one.
Yeah, I was going to say
it says page right now, but
you know what? Just say Pro Wrestling Hell. Yeah, welcome to hell.
Yeah.
That's where you could catch it because I tagged it for you. So.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I got to put it up on Twitter. I didn't do that, but it's okay.
Yeah, Bloodstorm Pro 1 on Twitter. I don't know if I added a 1. But
no.
It did.
But Eric, I want to say thank you for coming on, man, and we'll talk soon.
No problem.
And
I'll see you.
I'll see you at the event, and I know I'll see you before then. Like I said, I'll see you at GCW. All right. I'll see you in the crowd or H2O. There's so many shows coming up. I can't stop. We can't stop going.
Yeah.
It's like
This is I work my full-time job, and this is what I do.
Yeah, it's like me, man. I'm a garbage man, day by day, and I go see my wrestling, and spend my weekend money on you guys, on everything,
Yeah, that's all. You just gotta find something you love.
Absolutely. You have a good night, Eric. Thank you.
All right, man. Have a good night. Thanks for having me.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Right.
Fans, that was an awesome conversation I had with the owner of Bloodstorm Pro Wrestling, Bloodstorm Pro, and that was Eric Pavlacka. I got the name right that time. But big event coming April 25th. It's going to be his first show, and lots of names are on the card. We've gone over it, and fans, you want to be there for that. It's at the H2O Arena down not the H2O Arena. It's the Kevin Hogan Memorial Hall at the H2O Training Center in Williamstown, New Jersey. Fans, it's going to be an awesome night of wrestling. But stay tuned, fans. I'm going to be jumping onto a podcast in 10 minutes, so stay tuned. I'm going to be on the Squared Circle podcast with a friend of mine, Indie Mikey. We're going to be catching up on some wrestling. I'm going to be catching up and seeing what he's doing. He's probably going to see what I'm up to. And much, much more, fans. Thank you for listening, and have a good night, everyone.
Everyone knows the person who's going to the background check.
Partners and another couple guys too. Fans, check them out. EHF.
Hey, wrestling fans, I want to mention Collar and Elbow. Collar and Elbow was founded on traditional values of professional wrestling. Two entities working together to create a product intended to connect with people on an emotional level. A symbiotic relationship where one cannot flourish without the other. We strive to create a product that embodies our passion for professional wrestling expressed through street fashion. Visit collarandelbowbrand.com and use the promo code DeathmatchRussellPodcast and save 10% off when you make a purchase. Collar and Elbow, where wrestling passion meets street fashion. You can follow Deathmatch Russell Podcast online at www.deathmatchrussellpodcast.com. You can find more Deathmatch Russell podcasts on the following social media: DeathmatchRussell.com. Follow on Twitter at DavidNJ32 and on Facebook, Facebook.com/DJDaveNJ32. Find me on Podcast City Network at PodcastCity.net, Facebook.com/Podcast City Network. Hit the like button and share. And on Twitter at PodcastCityNet. You can hear Deathmatch Russell podcast on Stitcher Radio and on iTunes.